And good afternoon, everyone. This is Woody Collins, and this is another episode of talking about the Congo. And today's subject is number five, rule number five: behave like a job creator. But also want you to let you know that if you stick around to the end, I will give you an update on two important issues that's also in the Congo. Number number one is the Ebola outbreak that was detected, and also number two is the COVID vaccine distribution for the Congo that's going to happen sometime later this year. So let's go ahead and get started with the behave like a job creator. This is a new mindset. Is we want people to be job creators and not job seekers. That involves having a entrepreneurial mindset, and we need that to happen because we need people to have more jobs in the Congo, and we want them uh, to also become job creators themselves. This is the whole idea that we talked about uh, last week about don't wait for a certificate. That was also involving creating small businesses and which does not require you to be a degree person, but you need learning. You don't have to have a degree or you don't have to have a certificate. We want these people to be go-getters, problem solvers. There's a lot of problems going on in the Congo that we need people working on, and you don't need a degree, you don't need a certificate to do those, and definitely we want them to be able to create jobs because the more jobs you create, it's going to help out the economy and help out people, and it's also will be a multiplying effect as we continue on down the road. So that's the thing that we want to continue to talk about is entrepreneurship. That is what really makes this work is having people not to wait around, sit around waiting on a job. We want them out there trying to create jobs for themselves and for their neighbors, for their village, for everybody. So that's one of the things that we're going to be looking at on our farm project is that we want people there to be creating jobs, want to be able to hire people to do the different jobs and want them to go off and do the same thing, starting other farms, be a job creator. And that's what's really going to make this a process that will work and a process that's going to help the people, but we want them out there solving problems. There's enough problems in the Congo that people can work on and continue to do. So let's go ahead and talk about Ebola. There was a Ebola outbreak that's been confirmed in Eastern Congo, the same area that had an Ebola outbreak. As of today, Monday, have not heard anything new on it. So hopefully tomorrow, news out of the Congo is usually delayed by 1 or 2 days because by the time it get from the field and 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 since they're also ahead of us in time zones, that by the time the Western uh, newspapers and reporters pick it up, it's usually the end of the day. So hopefully we can hear something tomorrow and I can give you an update tomorrow. But that person, that one lady who has died from it, she had potentially been in contact with 70 other people. And if any of those people who have contracted the disease, then it further spreads. So we hope that they find that those 70 people that she was in contact with was not infected so that they can help and get this under control. The second thing is the COVAX, COVAX, which is a consortium of different NGOs and World Bank, these large NGOs like the World Bank, WHO, who have bought vaccines for the developing countries around the world, in South America, Asia, and also Africa. They have purchased vaccines, and they released a list of how many, what's the initial breakdown of those vaccines are going to be when they actually start delivering them in the fall. I mean, later this summer, into the fall. The Congo is going to get roughly about a little over 6 million vaccines, uh, which is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of, will cover about 3% of their population. So it's not a big one. So we'll have to see how the Congolese government and how the different African countries, whether they really follow a pattern of giving it to those people that's going to be most affected. Number one is the health people who's going to be responsible for taking care of people. The second group of people is the older people in the population who are most vulnerable. And then I will have to see if they really follow that. I think that we will see something different. Probably it will be published as that's who's going to get the vaccinations, but it probably will wind up a little bit different in actuality on who gets the vaccine. And when you talk about in a population of 90 million plus, and you're getting 6,000, and if they get something like the Moderna or the Pfizer, you have to cut that in half. So we're only talking about 3 million people will actually be vaccinated. And then you got the problem of how you're going to get that from uh, the populations center of Kinshasa, which has about 10 million or 13 million people itself, and get it out to the regional capitals of the provinces like Kananga. And if there is going to be enough to get past Kananga, it remains to be seen. So it's not a big number of vaccinations, but hopefully, as we continue to roll out different things, and uh, that we can, increase the dosage of these World Health Organizations and the World Bank and everything, they will buy additional um, supplies that will get it farther down the population chain in these countries. So that's what I have today, and look forward to tomorrow, to where we will talk about the next rule, which is find your inspiration. We'll be talking about that tomorrow, and also be giving you an update on both on the Ebola outbreak, and hopefully that we have some positive news on that. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So that's something to look forward to. We'll be on at 3 o'clock, and if not, catch us on the rebroadcast. But thank you all who are catching us today, whether on the original or the rebroadcast. We always do this in an effort to bring you the news about what we're doing, Congo Helping Hands is doing in the Congo, and also what is affecting the people. Thank you so much, and we will talk with you later. Remember, we need to get this pandemic under control. Number one, we need to keep our social distance. Number two, we need to wash our hands frequently. And third, we need to wear our masks. And that goes for the people both here in the United States and around the world, and especially in places like Congo, with low amount of health resources. Thank you a lot, and we will talk with you later. Take care now.